And so I'm going to start recording a video, and then I'll go back to taking pictures like I was doing. One of the little dudes who joined in on kicking me in the head when I tripped out here is outside it out cleaning out the car. So I guess that gets to be added on. But I just finished sweeping the street here. Look at that. I just finished sweeping the fucking street. It was dirtier than that over there, if you can tell. Because they hired somebody to come make a fucking big mess and then not finish. I mean, maybe the guy meant to finish, but didn't feel like it or something. But there's a little shit right there. Nobody's kicked him in the head, huh? Nope, not like they got to kick me in the head, huh? Nobody did anything about it. So, I put in some tree stakes, and I put the wire back on to protect what little growth the tree's managing again. If you look at that tree right there, it looks like a mulberry, I think. Nobody's hurting it, nobody's damaging it. Not even a little twig. Look at how thin those twigs are. On the other hand, yeah, you should have seen this thing. It was a fucking mess here. Maybe I should have taken some pictures before or some video. But it gives you a good idea. I swept that right there over because it had it flowing out over here. So this is the whirlwind that swept through here. And they just lump everything together. That was done a while ago. That's not new. That's at least a couple weeks old, if not older. But, check this out, why don't you? Look at that. Look at that. Trees don't just break themselves like that. That's freshly broken. Nobody's kicking their heads in, huh? Look at that. That was done probably last night. They swept through here. Look, they even moved rocks that I had. Like that one right there. Moved rocks around that I had around the cactus. I planted that right there, that little patch that they haven't really let grow. This is what the sidewalk looked like. It's like all that dirt right there, that was all along the edges, all over there. All over on that side right there. For some reason, not so much down there, huh? And I wonder which side of the street that was heavily present versus, I don't know, which other side. So they literally paid money to make a fucking big mess. Leave it looking like, well, they intended to clean it up, but they didn't finish. That's the level that I reached sweeping, because I'm still in crutches. I can't really walk. I can put a little weight on it. I can't walk. It was May 11th, and my leg was broken right over there, right there, right next to that tree. Look at how thin these branches, these little shoots coming up on the pepper tree are. Why don't they break those? Why don't they break those trees over there? Those little flowers, those little plants. Look at all the organic matter that's going to waste right there. Like, just leave that alone. Just leave it alone. It's mulch. Water it. Put some chicken manure on it. It's not going to catch fire. Nope. No, but they deserve respect. Look at the little tree right there. All I clip by clip, each and every little bit of branch clipped to mulch that. I put the soil in that thing, and I mulched over it to keep the humidity down into the ground. And they just come along and they just plant their... I made that right the fuck there. I leveled that. I made that berm right there, that basin, to hold the water in when it rained, when I got watered. And they just plant their own fucking tree. That's an invasive fucking species. That's an invasive species. That's fucking... Shinus mole, I think. Pepper tree. They just...
Look at we can do it better.
So yeah, so that just last night, that dude came by a few days ago, maybe 2 days ago. And when he was out here, I offered him some water. I gave him some, like, 3 frozen bottles of water. Oh look, he left the label of one of them right the fuck on the ground. Oh, that's lovely. At least it looks like that's what that is. Anyway, I'm gonna take some pictures. I left the stove on. I just swept up a little bit of the side of the road here because I know the fuck they're going for. I know what the fuck they're fucking doing. Maybe not fully, but I know enough of it. And what? Everybody has to go through this? None of these fucking thin-skinned fucking piece of shit fucking asses have to go through it before their fucking great-grandparents dead and fucking buried getting talked about like they're fucking saints. None of them. Not fucking one. Gladly prove me wrong. You'd have a hard time. But anyway, that's right now. And they just left that shit just piled up like that. I offered the guy, I was like, you know what, that trash can, you want to put whatever isn't organic matter, any plastic stuff, any garbage stuff that's just going to get in the way of you filling stuff, you know, as long as it's not heavy dirt and all that grass stuff, you can use my trash can. There's nothing in there you put in there. I don't think that's in. No. I asked him, did they pay you yet? He's like, yeah. Kind lady did. Yeah, they're all kind on the surface. They're all kind. They're all so kind. It doesn't mean they're good people. It means they're good at faking shit. It means they know the buttons to push. It means they know how to get their fucking way and look believable doing it. So yeah, look at all that. I guess I'll walk down there to see how fucking dirty they left it. There's this right here. It was kind of like that. I swept that up this way. That right there. See the curb? All that right there. And then the other night, too, they had a little fire going over here. I don't know if you could tell the ash. You can tell from here. You can definitely tell from here. I step out and it's like, oh no. Like what? I'm gonna tell the cops? Really? The cops that broke my fucking leg? The cops you call for... What? Called you out on dropping diapers in front of my house? Cigarette butts? They threatened me with a fucking... whatever the fuck. Yeah. I'm gonna call the cops. Like, they know how to do their fucking job. Can't take back every penny they've been paid already. Every benefit they've claimed. Every retirement and pension plan. So literally that's what they paid for. All the way down there. And then those piles of trash, like. But of course, the game is, we could do it better.
Haha, silly. Silly, silly. We're the boss around here.
So again, they keep breaking the trees that I'm working on. I don't think that guy's gonna come working over here. Might be wrong. They usually just work on their own houses and that sort of thing. Alright, but I'm gonna take a few pictures of this just cause I don't know what the fucking point is. They act like I'm being watched around the fucking clock. Like, why don't you leave? Why don't you leave? Why don't you leave? Do you ever go out? Do you? Like, what business is it of yours? Do you watch? I don't know who leaves and who stays home. The fuck? I'm not in my neighbor's fucking business trying to figure out who they're fucking, who comes over, when they leave, when they come back. If they stay up or if they go to sleep. And they talk about me like I'm in their fucking house. You think that motherfucker goes through this shit? I guarantee you no. Hasn't even gotten the training wheels taken off his fucking life. All of that mulch, I had like a 6-inch layer of mulch. All the leaves and bark, wood chips that I cut up by hand. I don't have a wood chipper. I literally cut those up by hand. Layers and layers for that tree, this tree, trees up there, or the tree up there, the acacia up there. I had gravel around the cactus, a little bit, not a hell of a lot, and some around that acacia right there. Oh, and definitely that other acacia further over there in the other ring. It's not about who's more right, who gets to push and shove around here. It's not about who's smarter. It's not about who knows more of what they're doing. It's fucking bullshit. The best qualified does not... Look, the dog is walking around taking shits all over the fucking place. Fortunately, haven't stepped in one right now. Today. Is that 14 minutes almost? Hey, vete a tu casa. Shh. Te vayas a tu casa. Shh. Ándale. Síguele. None of them go through this. Not one. Parasites. But their shit, theirs is what I need to strive for, right? I need to get with their program. Does it look like they're... I don't know. What's that look like to you? Yeah. Right.